WACK?
I'm not doing too good.
Oh, why is that, my bald-headed friend?
You chose to do the unthinkable. I've been getting battered, harassed, because you, the white guy, wanted to shed a, I'm not gonna call it dark, light on this Pop Smoke situation.
Right.
You know, that, Adam, that's not hip hop.
Facts. It really isn't.
You really gonna do this argument that everybody else has already been doing?
That's not hip hop, Adam.
It's not. What's not hip hop about it? He killed a famous rapper.
Yeah, he killed a famous rapper, but he's a fucking nobody. Like Adam refuses to accept the fact that you're basically, although it's media, although Pop Smoke was a hip hop figure, bro, you giving a murderer a platform to speak and get clout off the mere fact that he killed someone that's associated with hip hop. It's not like he interviewed Pop Smoke or he interviewed anybody in the hip hop industry. Dude, you interviewed a random kid. If this nigga isn't a part of that whole Pop Smoke shit, he's never getting on that platform. And Adam kind of, he's drawn this thin line, bro.
It seems like a very important part of the storyline.
You don't think it's distasteful to give that a voice?
I understand that a lot of people think that the purpose of podcasts is to make them feel warm and fuzzy inside and to make them feel like everything in the world is okay. But the truth is that there are important conversations that we need to have that will illuminate and provide insight into what's going on in the world that aren't going to make you feel good. They're actually going to make you confront evil face to face.
So you felt like you should give evil a voice that might, people may say, well, if you do that, you can get on the big platform. Why give it a voice? I mean, at the end of the day, what about Pop Smoke's family and the friends and loved ones? You know what I mean? I mean, listen.
They deserve to know more than anyone else.
Hold on, listen.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna find out the truth about this shit on your platform, bruh. They probably been going to every court hearing, the sentencing, trying to get the information regarding the final moments of Pop Smoke. Like, they ain't gonna hear nothing that they haven't heard in the courts on your platform. Like, yo, Adam is different, bro. He's different.
Wouldn't you want that information if somebody killed somebody that you loved?
I mean, after
Wouldn't you want to know who the perpetrator was?
You got you right. And then think about it. Pop Smoke did have a lot of positive messages in his music.
Well, like talking about Dior and shit, wearing cool clothes. I'm sure there was probably some good messages in there.
Yeah, but they're really pissed off. And me personally, it's the part where he says he has no remorse. Why didn't you edit that out when he said that?
I think if you're going into a podcast with somebody who is entirely known because of the evil that they have brought into the world, and then you edit it to make it seem less evil, I mean, why the did you even do it in the first place? To me, it's like, when I went into that conversation, I was expecting him to be more repentant and to probably, like when I asked him, like, if he apologized or if he said sorry, and he basically said no, I was like, oh shit.
So why?
That's a plot twist I did not see coming.
At no time did you say, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have did this. Why didn't you just stop the interview? Just stop. Why didn't you? Because the people in New York are really disgruntled. They're upset. Why didn't you just stop the interview?
I don't really think they are. I think that the hip hop media landscape, they probably feel pretty uncomfortable with it. But the actual people seem extremely, interested in this content. And for sure, from my perspective, when I got done that interview, I said that was a way more emotionally in-depth interview than I expected. It was a lot more illuminating than I expected it to be.
You should have had, my attitude about it, like really, what
would you have done differently?
You know what? Shut up. WACK is back. Listen, when a nigga put in work, he put in work for a reason. All right? Let's stop with all the bullshit. When somebody goes against a man, I know this sounds distasteful. Nobody is apologetic for completing the mission. When our military went out to get bin Laden, right? Saddam Hussein, right? We cheered, we jumped for joy.
That doesn't seem like a fair comparison.
Bin Laden, Saddam Hussein had family too.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think it's fair to compare Pop Smoke to a terrorist.
What I'm saying is, when you set out to get your man,
he didn't
right?
set out to get his man.
No, they went on a mission.
They went on a robbery mission. They didn't want to kill someone.
They went on a mission that day.
Right.
And you set out to get your man. The only time a person might feel the least bit remorseful is if a stray hits an innocent bystander. But if you set out to go get your man, when I used to go rabbit and quail hunting, right? I had a 410 shotgun. Shout out to T-Police. We would go up there to Bakersfield, right? And Papa Haynes, and I would stalk that rabbit and that quail. And when I took aim and went boom with that single shot, and that rabbit did a turtle flip, duck, turtle, I jumped for joy. I was excited.
I don't think that you making this argument is really who I want doing defense for me on this whole controversy, because I think from your perspective is like, ooh, LA up 1, New York down.
No.
That feels like the energy that you're giving me, and that is not at all what I was going for.
This ain't what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. And I'm tired of you hypocritical, bust-ass, fake-ass people out there. Don't proclaim to be from the streets, to embrace the streets, to talk that shit in your music about the streets, and be a fan of said individual while he's talking about what he'd do, how he'd do it, how he'd lay it down, how you smoking on Pookie, Rookie, and Dookie, and then when somebody turns his ass into the smoke, or when somebody makes him it, now you're woe is me. Fuck all that. If it's on, it's on.
It just wasn't on, though, right? Like, regardless of whatever war Pop Smoke had going on with his enemies in Brooklyn, this is completely separate from this. If Pop Smoke had got killed by the people he was doing that he was beefing with, nobody would have an issue with this, or nobody would have so much to say about it.
My number one weapon for these streets is paranoia. I'm never not paranoid.
Okay.
Adam thinks if Pop got killed by one of his ops, nobody would care. Like it's just the definition of someone that's disconnected from East Coast energy. Like, dude, Pop Smoke was on the verge of being a superstar. The face of New York, the face of Brooklyn, the face of drill. He was a new face. He was a fresh face. He had like an aura about him that we haven't seen in a long time. And I'm not going to go ahead and compare him to some of the greats. But this kid, I don't think that we've seen a hotter run in a 11th month span. Pop Smoke wasn't even hot for a year yet. You know what I mean? So even if it was Pop's ops that killed him, New York and everybody that was a fan of him would have still had the same reaction, because it was still a life taken way too soon. The fact that it was someone that didn't know him, the fact that it was someone from LA, the fact that Pop was the only person that died, everybody's going to feel like it was a travesty, because it was like, this dude doesn't have an issue in Los Angeles. He makes it out the gritty streets of Brooklyn, goes to Los Angeles, and that's where he dies. It's like, you know what I mean? So Adam is so disconnected from the fact that people truly, genuinely loved Pop Smoke more than just like an artist. You know what I mean? And I think he's just having a hard time disconnecting the fact that, dude, you're interviewing some no-name nigga that nobody knows that killed a superstar, and you're not seeing how like the moral compass is kind of smeared. Why are we giving killers of hip-hop rappers or hip-hop superstars a platform? Adam is too intelligent for this. I think Adam picks and chooses when he wants to play dumb, but he knows exactly what WACK is talking about.
You understand what I'm saying? So y'all got to stop faking. You know what it need to be? It needs to be a disclaimer on some of these artists' albums where it says, you know, explicit lyrics, right? Fiction. So we can say, okay, that's his alter ego.
Well, Lil Durk basically does that. His last album had a warning label on the beginning of it that said, this shit is all cap, this is not real, or something like that.
Well, Lil Durk,
he was facing some serious charges at the time, so I think that's why he wanted to do that.
Lil Durk, sit your little ass down. I know you. I get what you're doing, okay? Lil Durk doing a great job. He did the joint with J. Cole. He did a U-turn. He's doing great.
Oh, he's pushing peace. You hear him on the phone with J. Mane?
Well, first of all, Lil Durk ain't pushing peace.
Why you say that?
His son just shot a mother. Get the out of here. What you mean?
No, but his son shot the stepdad who was filling in for him.
Listen.
He probably ain't mad at that, right?
Little Dirk has implanted in all his children. They have an implant.
A Neuralink?
For what he thinks they do.
Oh, really?
It's a fact Elon told me. Lil Durk's the first urban guy he used.
I didn't even know you knew about that storyline, though. But did you see what the dude said? What? He said, like, I was taking this kid to the mall and buying him diapers and doing, like, he was really, like, caring for this kid in the first sign of conflict.
That's why I'll never step up to be a stepfather to any woman with a child, bro. It's just too much. Too much.
He snatches the blick off his waist and shoots
Think about what you're saying. All that the stepdad was saying, the kid, if it would have been him, would have said, I'm not going to do that. It's the Little Dirk Neuralink. Little Dirk said, bitch ass nigga taking my son to the mall. Bitch ass nigga take him to a football game. Shoot him.
So he can control his kids through some sort of mental device. Wow.
Shout out to the dude that got shot. He didn't press charges.
I didn't know that. He didn't?
Little Dirk. You better get hold of that little nigga because that little nigga gonna be dangerous. You might be next.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, what do you think the next conversation between Dirk and that kid is?
You really want to know?
You think that he's saying, like,
This
good
what he
job?
did.
Or you think he's saying, like,
That
you
nigga
got to
said
chill?
He said he gave him some dap. For sure, Lil Durk gave him some dap.
On King David.
Now, if I would have been the other dude, I'd have called Dirk. I'd have been like, yo, Dirk, check it out. I need $5 million. You ain't gonna see this little nigga till he 57. $5 million wide right now. And you won't see this little nigga till he 57 years old.
57.
Lil Durk might would have sent him $1 million.
I mean, that guy, assuming that he's been with Lil Durk's baby mama, one of Lil Durk's baby mamas for like a long period of time, think about that. You're waking up every day dealing with the fact that the biological father of this little shit that you're taking care of is one of the biggest rappers in the world and somebody that people are genuinely pretty terrified of because of stuff he's been associated with.
Well, I mean,
It's got to be weird.
I know one thing that heals a bullet wound. $1 million.
Raising a kid under the specter of that, right?
I mean, this is why I made sure I was in the home until my kids were grown. That wouldn't been fair to no man for me to leave and somebody have to go into a home with WACK 100 kids and my kids knowing how to manipulate pops. All I gotta do is tell dad you screamed at me.
I sit down for a date off Tinder, and she's like, yeah, you know, I work here, I do this is my hobby, I have one kid, his father is Cass Jones, a.k.a. WACK 100.
That's it. That's some
Get
bullshit.
up, walk away, yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Sorry, this was a big mistake.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. You know, the kids are grown, so she don't got to deal with that. But at the end of the day, I will say this. Look, bro, let's not act like, you know, we don't cheer when our team wins. Fellas,
Jesus.
when the squad come back when putting in the work, we want to hear the details. We like, what? Yeah, when I jumped out and I ran, yeah, that's right, that's right. Okay, you jump for joy. While you jumping for joy, somebody's crying.
But okay, what I really want to hear your opinion on is the fact that one of Pop Smoke's homies, Ross Swish.
They backdoored Pop. They set him up.
No, they didn't. But
New York set him up. That's a fact.
if that interview told me anything, it was that conspiracy theory has no legs. But anyway,
Are
this
you
dude,
slow in the head?
the dude
don't
you're
get
thinking
what
of is
he's
Mike
doing?
D. Ross Swish was not anywhere near this situation when it went down in
Do
LA.
you not get what the kid was doing?
Oh, now you're talking about that.
Bro, it's still people on trial.
Oh, now, okay.
Of course he's gonna say this wasn't this and this wasn't that. Them is special circumstances.
So you still believe it was a backdoor with no evidence? What's the evidence? What
The
points you in that
body.
direction?
4 people with hoodies come in a spot with 4 or 5 people, and all they do is leave a motherfucker in the shower. Nobody else is touched, and the 911 call comes from New York.
Okay.
Remember, I got blamed first for it.
I thought that was crazy too. I ain't gonna front. How does the first 911 call come from New York, bro? How does the first? There are other people in the house with homie, bro. How does the first call come from New York City? Unless that's a cap, but apparently, and I've heard this being confirmed by multiple people, the first call was from New York. So Pop gets shot in LA and there's a bunch of dudes with him. Like, he's not in the crib by himself. How people across the states calling 911 before people at the actual location?
Why would you have been?
Corey King went live well-known blood. Corey King's the one who started the blood movement out there. So he's well. The name is Corey King, right? Went live, crying. Wack, bitch ass nigga. I know you have something to do with this shit. You, Game, Snoop, Ice Cube. None of you niggas are coming to New York. I'm in Germany on tour with Game. We ain't even here. But I did tell Blueface. Now let me tell you how close it came. Blueface and the Baby shot a video that day. Nephew called me. He said, Wack. Pop Smoke in town, he want me to come to the studio. I said negative. He got too much going on.
Pop Smoke had too much going on.
Yeah.
Even out here?
Yeah, he was out here.
He had street situations going on out here.
So I said, listen, he ordering bitches, the homie that supplied everybody females, right? They told me, Wack, nigga, to order like 10, 15 bras. Every one female out of towners.
How do you order
every
a bra?
one female that you order and bring to your location, 5 niggas know about you.
Right.
So if it's 10, 50 niggas know where you at.
So you know that for a fact that
That's a fact.
he had some setup chicks in there?
No, listen, you know, that's what it is. I got women right now that they go places, we hear they turn the thing, we see what it is, right? So I tell Blueface, nah, go home. He said he want me to come to nephew, go home, because I'm in Europe. I ain't there. Dude got a lot of shit going on, go to the house. So he listens to me. He wakes up 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 in the morning, and say, yo, they killed him. And I'd have around and been right there.
Well, he was going to go to the studio, not the Airbnb, right?
Bro, he'd have got to the studio. Some brawls would have come through. Bro, we finna go up to the, what you think he gonna do?
Just bang him in the studio. You don't need to go back to the dude's crib.
They gonna go back. And I told, the label contacted me when I was in Europe. I said, yo, don't put him in no Airbnb. Put him in a W hotel on the 18th floor.
I think of this every time I stay anywhere.
WACK 100.
I told him.
Airbnb is not a good direction for me.
Adam, Hollywood Hills is worse than the projects at night. It's dark, you can't see shit.
Right, no cops around.
A lot of shrubbery and bushes in between. You know what I'm saying? Come in there, had their way. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, rest in peace, Pop Smoke, but like, y'all gotta stop making it a big deal that dude was interviewed on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, somebody's gonna interview him. At the end of the day, you just interviewed Terrence Gangster Williams. He got 20 bodies. Didn't nobody care?
And that is the biggest thing that this whole controversy has exposed to me, is just how hypocritical and unthinking so many members of the media is, in the sense that they cover these rappers, they know about these rappers, but they don't actually listen to the music, so they don't actually understand how bloodthirsty and crazy their street lives are. And then on top of that, they're like completely incapable of dealing with the hypocrisy of the fact that people who kill random people get interviewed all the time, and then this dude killed a famous rapper and everybody's heads explode when we have the conversation about it.
I heard you, and you kept it even real with him. You said all that, and the white boy ended with something that you Negroes claim you are, claim you do. You told him, this ain't hip hop. I'm here to what?
Feed the streets.
You got a white boy talking about feeding the streets.
I
had this little punk. You seen the little punk he was arguing with?
Yes.
He's on Clubhouse. His name is Relly. I renamed him AKA Relish. Now he's mad at me, little Relish. He's mad at me because I informed him last night.
Right.
Are you arguing me because of Pop Smoke, or are you arguing me because you know that I know that your mama got good in the mouth skin?
Wait, what? Good in the mouth skin?
Relly, aka Relish Moms, has good in the mouth skin.
What the does that mean?
Come on.
Think about it.
I'm good.
I don't even want.
In the mouth skin.
I don't even want to continue this, but this was WACK 100 kind of pressing Adam 22 about that interview. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think. A lot of people in the East Coast cared and related to the situation with Pop Smoke. A lot of people are indifferent, and of course, you're always gonna have people that don't give a damn whatsoever. I think it just sets a bad precedent. For the next rapper that gets killed, you never know. Your killer might get an interview that garners nearly 1 million views in 10 days, which is crazy. Like 1 million people don't see this kid's face. Now, Adam 22 pretty much already is lining up this kid to get killed, although he'll never say, but we know how the real world works. We know when you have a beloved figure like Pop Smoke, he's gonna have people that are gonna want to retaliate and get vengeance for him. And Adam knows by putting this kid on a platform who he knows has no remorse for the victim. Like, there's no way you didn't know some of the things that he was gonna put out there, bro. There's no way. But I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next video. What a world. What a world, son. Every day is something, bro. Mamba out. Hit the like and subscribe for more content, man. I'm out here.